Hey everybody, this is Royce with RedEyeRoyce.com. Today I want to talk to you about the LilyDrip. This is a fun new invention for the V60, so if you're a pour-over coffee lover, you're going to love this new tool. Please be sure to like and share my content and visit me at RedEyeRoyce.com. This is a pretty new and innovative product. You can see that I have one of the LilyDrips right here. And I actually have the full set here. So the set consists of a few different things. One, you have 4 different LilyDrips, so you can see them each in the little LilyDrip holder. This is the original LilyDrip right here. And you can see that these are ceramic and they're hollow, so they are a little bit fragile. But this is the original one. Then we have a slightly larger one. This is, I believe this is called the Diamond. So this is a slightly larger one. And then we have one that has these little ridges that kind of go in. You can see that. And then we have this one where it has similar ridges, but these are on the outside, so they're going out. So the LilyDrip is made specifically for pour-overs. This is for a V60, which is what I'm going to show you today. But you can see we have the 4 different types of LilyDrips. We have the original Lily, the Diamond, the Starflower, and the Donut. And as you can see on the little guide, the normal, the original here, the Lily, this one goes at your normal flow rate. The Diamond, which is the larger Lily, goes at a slower flow rate. The Starflower after that goes a little bit faster, and then the Donut is very fast. Now, as I understand it, the point of this is that you can, the point of this is that you don't over extract any of your grounds. In a traditional V60 like we're going to be using today, you'd have grounds where this LilyDrip is. And the point is that when you're pouring water in here, the theory is all of that water is going eventually through these grounds at the bottom, so that at the very bottom of your brew, your grounds are extracted and over extracted here, but they're less extracted at the top. So by inserting a LilyDrip into your V60, it raises up the center grounds so that they get extracted at the same rate as everything else. The other benefit of this, you can see that they have the flow rates on here. The other benefit is that you can grind your grounds a little bit finer than you would for your typical pour over, so that you're extracting a little bit faster and a little bit more from all of your grounds while not over extracting. So, you know, in my tests so far, which are kind of limited, I've gone maybe 1 to 2 clicks finer with my Baratza Encore grinder, and I've actually been using the donut shaped LilyDrip to keep me going pretty quickly on my pour over. So that's what I want to show you today. So before I jump to that, I will show you a couple other things here. One, you have your instruction manual, which is very helpful. It also tells you a little bit about the history of the LilyDrip. You also have your 4 lilies. Then you have your glass carrying case, which is nice. You have your filter tool, which will allow you to shape your filter, and then you have a quick filter tool as well. So what you need to do first is you take your filter for your V60. You put it on the shaper. I always fold over my perforated edge here a little bit. And then we're going to mash that center down. We're going to push it the other way. Then we're going to bring our V60 in. And I'm just going to take my donut shaped LilyDrip, put it in the bottom here, stand it up like so. Here, let me move this into the camera. And then I'm going to take my shaped filter and put it on top like so. There we go. So off screen, I've already brought my water up to the correct temperature. So I like to brew my coffee around 195 degrees, 200 degrees, kind of in that range. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to warm up my filter and my Lily. My V60 itself is plastic, so it doesn't really need to be warmed up that much. But you know, I want to get kind of particles off my filter, and I also want to warm up the Lily. The Lily is ceramic, so it does have the potential to steal some heat from you. So I went ahead and warm that up for us, and let me get rid of this water. So off screen, I went ahead and got rid of the water that we're not going to use. I also went ahead and ground up my coffee in my Baratza Encore. Like I said, I ground it 1 to 2 steps finer than I typically would to utilize the LilyDrip. And I'm brewing a Nicaraguan coffee from One Line, which is available in my store, rediroyce.com. So let's go ahead and put our coffee in here. I'm using 23 grams of coffee. And my target is to produce about 360 grams of coffee in the end. So you can see that once I put my coffee in, I've covered up the LilyDrip. If you look at the instructions, it has the LilyDrip not completely covered up. I'm still experimenting with this, so you might have to try your own methods. But I like to use about 23 grams of coffee. So if we're going to leave the LilyDrip uncovered, we're going to use less grounds and probably less water in the end. So that's not what I'm going for here today, but I'll probably experiment with that a little bit later. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little pre-infusion. Actually, I'm going to turn on my scale and my timer. Then I'm going to do a pre-infusion. So I'm going to track. My goal is to get to about 60 grams of water in here. Almost there. And basically all I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure that all of my coffee grounds are nice and wet. I'm scraping them away from the sides a little bit. And I just want to make sure that my grounds are nice and evenly wetted. My coffee is a little bit older at this point, so it's not blooming up like normal. But I'm going to wait till about the 40-second mark, and then I'm going to pour in some more water. There's all sorts of different ways that people do this. You can slowly pour your coffee so that slowly pour your water so that your coffee output is about the same as it would be, about the same rate as the water you're putting in. So matching the speed of the output with the speed of the input. What I like to do is I like to slowly bring my total water amount up to my target amount, which is 360. We're just waiting for the water to continue out. I think right now we're probably about 3.5 minutes for the brew, maybe 3 minutes 45 seconds. Honestly, that's a little longer than I like. So I'm still kind of dialing in my method here. I'll give this a little stir to get the grounds kind of off the side and keep the grounds from just collecting on the Lily as well. That's a problem that's kind of introduced with the LilyDrip, is grounds kind of collecting on the inside of the Lily there. So we're just going to wait. Like I said, this is a little bit longer than I want. Typically when I'm doing a typical V60, my time is maybe 2.5 to 3 minutes, somewhere in there. But because I'm grinding finer, it's actually taking longer for the water to get through all the grounds and into my coffee cup. So we're almost done here. So you can see this is the process. And if you have any questions, please let me know. My email address is rediroyce@gmail.com. So please give me a like, share my content, visit me on my website, and say hi. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.